fairly normal childhood? For me, yeah. Hold on now. What does that mean? It was normal for me. Well, why normal for you, but maybe not normal for other people? You always think that nobody else go through what you go through. Or so, I mean, what was the stuff for you?
Yo, you got them divines?
Yeah.
You got them divines?
Nah.
Bruh.
That's my boy. He just got locked up and shit. Calling from the fucking police station.
Damn. Niggas stay getting locked up. Call you, they want you to bail them out.
Nah, I ain't got no bro.
Yeah. Uh-oh, another exalt drop. No divine, though. I seen a nigga had a filter on his stream, yo. And I want that motherfucker.
What, his filter?
Yeah. Every
Why?
good shit was like a divine sound.
Uh,
It was
what's the
like
name of it?
ching, ching.
Just asking.
I don't know. Cause he was just showing motherfuckers complaining about the
Drop
drops
rate?
and shit. Yeah, and then the dude on there, he was like, "Yo, this is this is how you have fun on this game."
Uh,
He was getting breach splinters. It's like ching, ching. Sound like divine.
uh, oh, to change the sound?
Yeah, that shit
That's how
was
you have
tight
fun?
though. I like that. It would make it fun though.
Nah, no, it won't. Cause you gonna be
Right.
looking for your divine and shit and have your heart broke.
Right.
Fucking breach splinter. I'll be pissed off.
Do sound fun though. I would do it.
I bet you will.
Nah, for real. Don't sound half bad. Wish I knew what it was. These breaches is fast as hell. They ass.
Become a member of YU. I never knew anything about the union. A friend gave me the application of the apprentice. When you come to the center, you're getting paid while you learn. They expected you to come in green. They start from the bottom and they build everybody up to a certain level. I really think it's a good opportunity for somebody, especially if you're young. The union is a place that can help you start your career, start your life, give you a red direction where you can go and get off that.
Lock up the Chelsea.
With all new places, there's all new experiences to enjoy. Hilton for the stay.
I could be gone by the morning. Keeping it on me. She says she don't love nobody. She put bosses.
I need a couple more perfect, yo.
Oh, Quad ain't give you no more. It's over.
I'm trying to get my own.
Good luck with that one. I
Like
ain't saw one since I've been playing. How
I
much
had,
was that? How
I
much
had
rare do you
3.
got?
I sold them.
How much rare do you got?
Hmm. Not that much.
Mm.
Let me see.
You got a charm on with rarity?
How
Probably.
much you got? Yeah, I got 2 of them.
I got 2 charms with rarity on them.
Yep.
I only got 67%.
What did John see? What was her reaction?
I got to put it on a charm or something.
I got 47.
No,
I want to get that motherfucking ring, yo. I'm about to see how much that shit is.
what? A
The
rarity
rarity
ring?
ring that I always wear. That motherfucker got a lot of rarity on it too. You gonna take my damage down, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That nigga Crazy K say.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Crazy K.
Are you crazy, right, nigga? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
At what age? I was like 15. Right? That's pretty good. Wow. That's what they are. Because one of them times I was like, right, man. One of those things. Yeah. Like 400.
Fire, lightning, chaos.
And if they can have sex with everybody in the house. So wait, did they like say something to you to get you to come over to the car, or did they just like pull up on you? No, I'm saying like, hey, come here. Okay, so just like basic, like, hey, come here real quick. You know what I'm saying? That type of deal. Yeah, we thinking I'm just cute or something, and they like snatched
The
you.
fuck is this?
What was you like in that moment? What
I ain't
was
never
you?
seen this before.
I really kind of blocked it out.
Now look at this shit.
Miss, give us a second, all right? All right, give us a second. I don't really need you that close. It's kind of like we don't blend with, so you know, I got to make sure I'm good. We don't blend with.
Hold on.
but
This shit might be glitch.
yeah, what was like? Cause I can't imagine like that's like a movie. You know
Gotta
what I'm
show your
saying? Like
screen.
that's my life, your entertainment.
Look at
Well,
my
it's not. But what I'm
screen.
saying is that the thought of getting kidnapped in that way, just like snatched and put into a vehicle. What were you thinking in that moment? Like, did you
God
think they were
damn.
gonna kill you, or like, what did you think was gonna happen? I was just blank.
Hey, get that Gemini vote.
I was blank because it's like it's
I need that.
unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
like it's a prank, but like what?
That shit ass.
Wow. Were these guys like older,
7
or
though.
like kind of close to your age, maybe older teenager type deal? Older teenagers. Ooh. How many guys
Them
were with
gloves
you?
doo doo. What the fuck? Them shit's ass. Nah, they ain't bad though. Those
You
nice.
say four.
Damn, they got crit.
So how long did they keep you
Let me
there?
get them.
How long did they keep
I
you in
need
the
them.
situation for like a month or two? What?
Let me get them gloves, yo.
Well, hold on. Okay. You were like, did they just keep you like chained up, or how did they keep you there for a month? It's like they had a mama there, but like she was in and out. It was like a duplex house, so they had me up in the upstairs house. They was boys, so the mama like basically let them do what the hell they wanted to do. And grandma was downstairs, but she was, you know, elderly and shit. She couldn't move, so they just had their kids come over, especially in the house apart. I didn't want to see them see him. So were you like having sex like every day type deal, or like was there some days that you were like chilling, and like what would you be doing when you wasn't having sex? What would you be doing? How would you be fed? Would you take showers? What was it like? Like it wasn't all like the movies where you are dirty or in a dungeon or some shit like that. These ain't white folks, and we still teenagers, so something safe. So took showers and stuff. I guess they just brought you food upstairs and after a while, or it was just like, so you was just like, I guess you just resigned yourself to the fact that you're happy, you're comfortable enough, I guess. Just keep looking to leave. How did that situation end? How did that situation end? Because there was a cousin and second cousin kind of like, and they got some drugs there, and they had this drug and this blunt. And the girl was like, "Oh, y'all got her next to you, y'all." And the girl was scared. She thought I was gonna do drugs. So she wanted to make sure that they weren't gonna make her up. So during the fight, I kind of shoved out of it and, slammed the door. What? And then what you do? Just ran around like I was like this down the street or something. What's up, big brother? Don't worry about me like that. You look too close. I like to go. Want the kitchen bundle? Easy. Shop Big Sandy. Choose your finish. Pick your range, dishwasher, and microwave. Pick the finish you love and upgrade individual pieces to fit your needs. Buy the refrigerator and range, get the dishwasher and microwave free at Big Sandy Superstore. Harbor's check engine light is on. But a friendly AutoZone means up to 2 perfectly Where's the little wall right there? He walked a little too far. He could have walked off. But anyway. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when you left there, did you go home? Did you go to the police? Like, what happened? And what happened? Tell me, like, how did this? And just so happened, my mama was there because they would start something. So your mom was just okay. You don't call the police or what? Like asking. That's like sounds like that's serious. Like, well, my mama gave me. So first thing was she was trying to drive up the truck and it was shot the way out. You know, mama, you know how they tell the mama got one number on the phone, right? One of those like that. Mama was ready to take care of it. Mama, she's like, you know. Okay, but then what actually ended up happening? Like, did anything happen to those guys? I didn't know that. But you didn't know that it did. There was only one person. And then, okay. Okay. I wanted to say, yeah. Mama. All right. Okay. Okay. So, wow. So you went through a lot growing up. Yeah. Okay. 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 So now it's like normal for me. I get it. I get it. I get it. So, I mean, because how long have we been doing sex work? I mean, it sounds like sex stuff has been kind of just a part of your life the whole time. When did we officially start doing it like for money or whatever? A little bit after that. Do you think that made you like how to do yourself a little bit? Probably. I just want to. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask you something, right? That's that freak shit, right? Freak shit. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you something. The audience is gonna hate me. This is my style of interview, right? And I just have to ask, I guess, during that time, was there any time when like your body went against you and you did enjoy the sex that was happening or whatever? Like with any of those guys or whatever like that? Like did you like get into like maybe a little crush with one of them or anything like that? Crush? No, but there was time where like I feel like is there something wrong with me because you was enjoying it? Right. And I shouldn't. Like to the point of orgasm type deal? Like your body can't fuck with somebody's body. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I've heard that before. That's why I asked these kind of tougher questions. Most people won't ask, but that's why I ask, right? It's just everything is such a mixed bag in life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's black and white. It's normally a shade of gray. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. On that note, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help or donate, do you have a way they can do that? You have social media, Cash App, anything like that? So what? They contact me first. I can't do that. I interviewed too many people to do that. I would basically be just delivering money all day. But man, you ain't got no Cash App or nothing? No, my Cash. What's your Instagram? I'm not into it. Oh Lord. All right, I get it. Hey, but I'm on Glenwood. On Glenwood, on that east side all day. Y'all go check out. Go check out. All right, well, look, we really appreciate you taking the time to answer all our questions. And we definitely wish you nothing but the best, okay? Make sure you have a good one, sweetie. All right. All right. All right.
Resolve. Your pet knows if a mess is really gone. If not, they may remark the spot. Resolve gets rid of pet messes better than the leading competitor, destroying stains, neutralizing odors, and preventing remarking. Love the love, resolve the mess.
You don't see that as wrong?
So you think you should just be allowed? So who was paying for all this stuff? I got an allowance. An allowance. Okay. Okay. I mean. Last time we seen Titan, he had a whole haircut, beard trim. How is it that the next scene, when he got home, he was like a caveman again? What the freak this man got on? It's, you know how I feel about you. You don't even take my feelings. In today's video, we're going to be taking a really brief look here at the upcoming pattern. As a lot of my regular viewers know, I was just on a 7-day vacation where I pre-uploaded every single video, so I am catching up on the upcoming pattern, just like you guys are today. And I want to kind of set the tone, set the pace for the upcoming pattern, so that we have kind of a starting point for the upcoming video, the overall pattern that we're looking at here, as we're now kind of cresting over the halfway mark of April, looking towards the second half of early May. Again, it's going to be pretty brief. I've been having really bad allergies set up at home, unfortunately, so I've just been trying to get better, lots of Benadryl, and here I am. It's not the most energetic, but I am here nevertheless. So let's just take a look at things. Starting out this evening, with slightly later than normal. We do have some activity around the four corner states, mostly in the form of snowfall for mountain areas, rainfall for your more desert, low elevation areas there in northern Arizona and northern New Mexico area. We do have some thunderstorms and severe weather coverage around most of the southern plains into parts of the Midwest here. And your jet stream overall is bridging over the west, a trough near those four corner states in northern Rocky, northern plains area. And then another ridge here to the east. This weekend, starting today, really pretty beautiful. It's not the warmest in the world, but tomorrow into Sunday are going to be investing we're letting curiosity light the way.
Yo,
About opportunities like advances in healthcare. Better questions, better outcomes. For a limited time, get 5 quarts of Orion vegetable oil and a microguard filter for $25.99. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Absolutely gorgeous. For some areas, it's not going to be the most sunny, but it is going to be, for most areas, in the 70s or 80s. So it's your first really, really warm to even hot weekend here. Just absolutely gorgeous. Let's keep moving on, though. I'm going to take a look at tomorrow afternoon. And the theme is going to be continued thunderstorm activity and severe weather from the same spot for at least 3-4 days in a row. We see the southern plains again, areas of the Midwest, into a kind of valley now in the Northeast, getting some of these thunderstorms, getting some of the severe weather. There is some broad high pressure for the southeast, bringing the southeast ridge, which is in turn bringing the warmer air. But this is shielding us from a lot of the storminess here in the southeast. That's why we're dealing with the drier few days here, as these storms kind of meander to the north of that high pressure system. The jet stream is all sorts of rocky there in the west. We see a ridge here now for the most kind of rocky trough here with the Midwest, northern plains, and then we kind of move back up into the ridge for the east here. Very, very rocky. Let's take a look at Sunday, where again conditions will be beautiful in the east, but as we look towards the central and Midwest areas, we see continued thunderstorms and severe weather throughout these areas. We will look at the Storm Prediction Center outlooks, I should say, at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Moving towards Monday, it's a lot of the same, except we do get a stronger low here over the Great Lakes down. Maybe even snow mixing in for northern Wisconsin. You see a Michigan there, areas of Canada, but mostly a rainfall event, obviously, for this time of year. We do see a bit of a cold front. It's not going to bring frigid air, or really even that cold of air, but we do see some thunderstorms firing up. The temperature gradient, the contrast between these two air masses is probably a good 10-15 degrees, so it is enough instability to cause these thunderstorms to continue on eastward. We do see a continuation of these winter storms in the northwest, which, as you know, they might not wind down until pretty well in May for that area. Looking towards Tuesday is when the east, especially the southeast, finally chances of rainfall and thunderstorms. Tuesday the 22nd here. We see Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, up into Virginia, even up into the heart of the Mid-Atlantic, seeing some chances of thunderstorms, if not rainfall. After this weekend into the early next week, it's going to have been a while since we've seen rainfall. I think it's been a week for my area as of today, so it'll be a good 10-day streak of no precipitation probably as we approach Tuesday, and we might get some then. So it'll be good to wash some of that pollen down and really protect us from drought, because that is an extended period of time without rain. Looking towards Wednesday, that chance of thunderstorms kind of prevails here. And I talk about this every year. We start to get these changes or really just a flat drifting up into a more summer-like pattern overall. Not quite, but late spring. And this is really creating a flow of this bulk moisture, and this is when we start to get those daily chances of thunderstorms. Looking at your app, you might see 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50% chance of thunderstorms to the flip of a coin for your area. And that's the type of days we expect more and more and more of as we head into the summer, where the conditions are right for thunderstorms, but they're just spotty. They're kind of all over the place in the plains, Midwest, Southeast, these areas. And this is one of those days here. Looking towards Thursday on the 24th, again, you see just a widespread area of isolated scattered thunderstorms. No real apparent flow here. Real much expressed probably active, but definitely thunderstorms are abundant from central states, especially the lower east. Friday is a lot of the same here. Saturday on the 26th. So we go from a relatively quiet pattern east to Mississippi and mostly the south of the Mid-Atlantic to Ohio, south there. I'm thinking the southeast corner of the nation in general. Again, that's a 7 to 10 day dry spell, and now we're seeing daily chances of thunderstorms after that Tuesday on the 22nd. So we are going to really turn things around. Looking towards Sunday, it is a whole lot of the same. The only interesting thing here is that we do have a low developing here over the northern plains and northern Rockies, so this could eventually spell some threat of severe weather. And I mean, as we move towards the days following,
And what
continued
we
thunderstorms,
have
I mean, every
is
single day, we are seeing these areas in general seeing some sort of chance of showers and thunderstorms. So,
nigga, it's supposed to be thousand. It's springtime, stupid.
Yeah, good show, y'all. Got a damn good show. All right, so Carmelo Anthony's family had a press conference, which is weird. Why would they have a press conference? Well, just there's a lot of disinformation out there. Really? Disinformation of what? That's what they're claiming. So let's get into this. All right. Hey, before we get to today's video, don't forget we got a new giveaway. Jeep Rubicon, 2,000 cash. All you gotta do is go to our website, officialhouseplans.com. Anything you buy on that site, get you in this one. Yeah, this is Carmelo's mom. Looks young, huh? Yeah. What? I am sorry, y'all. Yes. Yes, I know I'm wrong.
so I am resetting the zone by the door. The boss is right by the door every time, so it's a lot faster than resetting.
Where will it be, love?
This builds up
Right away, love.
Oh, will you give me some ice cream?
This to get
You already got one in there.
So
You don't need this.
with level 2.
Don't you start your shit. Don't you start your shit.
The reason I'm doing this is
All that butternut.
and I will find
Butternut.
unique items for new characters, but also some endgame characters, because there's some good uniques. So I don't know what the time is on this, but you could do like a per minute calculation. I feel like if I do it well, it's like 2 per minute, maybe 2 or 3, but no. Let's say 2 per minute if I don't get distracted. So if I do this for an hour without fucking up and without getting bored, it's like maybe, well, okay, I already fucked up on the wrong way. If I do this for an hour, I might get 100 gamble attempts, which is enough for a good chance at getting unique. Not a big chance.
This is SSF. I just kept a bunch of level 1 gear and level 1 rares that have rarity or damage, movement speed, rarity, damage. I should get rarity and damage on both rings eventually. Movement speed, chest, unique, level 0, rarity, res, strength, hat, and the Mist Whisper crossbow. OP little leveling thing. Amazing for Act 1. I'm just using the default shot on the crossbow.
Oh my god.
Love it so much.
They don't make butter lactose free anymore.
No?
Okay.
That's good. That's all.
Is it banging? This is Aldi's? I like the other one. This got big chunks in it.
Well, yeah. You know how much that one is?
It's in there.
No, your mom made it.
I'm finding a lot more rares, and that's the second unique in like 15 minutes.
Are you sure?
So,
this one ass.
I think.
We ain't know about for yellow.
Yeah. Also, I'm full. So next kill, I'll go gamble.
Man, it's got smoked. Somebody smoked it.
Still have
Maybe I could try using those.
Man.
Okay, does anyone know what the odds are on chance orbs? Is there actual math on that? We got 14.
There's a smidge in there.
Nothing. Oh, I got it.
Scraping.
Yes. Okay, this works so fucking good. Oh my god. Wow, this works really good. I got 3 uniques and the one I was trying to get. I mean, this only works if you have a bunch of gold. But I guess if you're stuck in the campaign somewhere, you could come back and do this on like a level 5 character. You can start this from level 2. Okay, I should check if there's any other uniques that I should fish for. Or I keep going and I fish for a better divined chest. This is really an SSF strategy. And I think I've proved that it works. I don't know how lucky I am, but it definitely fucking works. But that took like 30, 40, 50, maybe attempts. That's pretty good. Your results may vary. Follow no balls.
Gig, shut up.
Hang on. Follow no balls in chat from bait. Credit where credit is due. That was a good fucking ball, actually. It's a shame about the low res roll, but that is a positive ball. Cool. Alright, well, that's a keeper. Until I get a better one, that's the one I'm using. There's some really cool unique items. It's a shame they never fucking drop for anybody. And so Ghost Ride is an ES base. Folding Dawn is an armor ES base. Okay, so if you're doing this to farm Ghost Ride, there is another level 5 ES base. So if you're level 5 or over, there's a chance you get Bitter Bloom instead of Ghost Ride. You've got to stay level 4 or below if you're farming for Ghost Ride specifically. I could try doing this again at level 33, but I don't want to go through the campaign just for that. I feel like this method could work with any unique item. If you stick to that eye level only, give yourself the best chances. And unfortunately, it seems like there's no uniques worth farming except for this one. Or this one. But it has a problem with this one at level 5 conflicting with it. So this farm is basically purely for Enfolding Door. And I'm okay with that, because that's why I want it. That's what I'm here for. No, this is the other zone. There's no Wisp in the first zone, sadly, in Clearfell. But if a level 3 Wisp has a chance of dropping a Talisman, I guess this could be a farm too. Because, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it does come back. Wait. Is that a good idea to farm that? Rarity, movement Amazing. I just upgraded the farm yet again. Okay, so rarity, rarity, damage, rarity, no damage or rarity yet. Okay, so there's still two. Can you get rarity on a belt? There's still two slots I can get rarity in. You know, I could probably disenchant all these rares and get a bunch of regals at the same time. That might have been smarter, actually. Okay, I have 34. Can I get another Enfolding Dawn in 34 gambles? Let's see. Alright, 10 left. Okay. It's been about 30 or 40 with that one now, but that's okay. Maybe I should make a character from scratch and show what it's like to actually start this run and set it up from a new character. Yeah, I think I'll make a new character and show off how to actually set this up. So, have some twink gear with level 2 or 0 required, with rarity in as many places as you can. I've almost got every slot with rarity now, which is pretty nice. Fox Shade is a level 0 unique with 10% move speed on full life. Very important. Combine that with some 10% move speed boots, and you have 20
Right.
MS at level 2 or level 1, depending on your boots. Pretty huge. Level 0 weapon with some runes in it for even more damage with chain. This is the best weapon for this. You don't need either of these, they just make it faster and better. And as much rarity as possible on every other piece, just in case you get a unique while doing the farm. It's a little bit important to keep gems instead of deleting the character, I
You
find.
ain't got no results.
But I'm only just going to keep martial tempo and scattershot. And now we delete the character. Now we make a new twink farming character. Let's make a huntress this time so I can play with that spear again for like 1 level. So we just got to do the beach, and then we're going to equip all those gear items. Once we get to town, put on the weapon, and then clear the first zone, and that's it.
Wait, let me
That's
get
all
that.
you need to clear it. I'm just going to run to the end of the zone and then start the farm straight away. You think this would do some damage, but no, a regular spear throw does damage. Weird. Anyway, once you kill that hillock, we're going to go equip all the gear we have for the leveling strat. Sorry, the farming strat. You might have to unequip Whirling Slash if you're not using a spear. So get rid of the junk from the beach, and then put on the twig gear. Boom. Amazing.
That
Level
nigga
2.
doing bad.
Okay, I forgot to get support gems. So just basic crossbow shot with martial tempo and scatter shot makes it a chaining little machine gun with this unique item. It's brilliant. I put runes in it for more flat elemental damage, and it works amazingly. And now, sorry, I should have explained that. So use the checkpoint to go to the checkpoint by the Grellwood, go through the Grellwood door, and then we're going to reset
Jason,
the door on the way back in and make the boss
Jason,
respawn.
Jason.
Just like that. If you're on mouse and keyboard, you control click the door and make a new instance. Is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too... Tonight, we gonna mix battle rap with wrestling.
Terrifying home invasion. A man with a flashlight enters a single mom's house and ends up caught on her security camera. And when she looked at the video, she knew who it was right away. Here's why.
It's terrifying. A man caught on security tape breaking into a home.
And she promptly took her feet out of her stinky shoes and put them in his lap.
A married middle.
That went way too far to the southeast. In central western Texas.
Right now, there's a little different future. Most kids are sitting in a classroom really bored right now, but we're actively cooking in our food.
It seems like some of y'all just enjoy trolling your boy Bruce a little bit too much. When y'all get good stuff from the daily spin, please do not send your boy Bruce. I'm not happy for y'all. So we gonna dive into that though.
Yo, Buck.
What up?
Hey, my shit fucking up. Your game fucking up.
Mm-mm.
I should keep pausing 1,000 times.
Hey, let me get that spear, yo.
Not as quiet.
What you mean it's quads? How's it
It's
quads?
cuz she let me hold it.
That's why I want to use it. I can use the spear with mine. I want to do
I
this
don't feel like
little
playing Call of Duty.
tornado thing.
Call Sissy, see where she at. See if she home. I can take you home, kid.
I want to do this little tornado
Hey, yo,
thing.
my shit glitching, bro. I can't even do this rap. What I gotta do? Close it out.
What it do? Freeze?
It keep on pause. Look at my screen.
Oh, keep pausing. Yeah, you in the wrong, probably in the wrong. Change your um server.
How you do that?
Go from the from the main screen.
Alright.
Hold on real quick.
Especially these girls you see on IG going to Dubai. That's not the case at all. They doing something strange for some change.
I want you to guy tell me. I want you to come to Dubai and I want you to shit on me
She home?
like bad stuff, and they without even bad, like cookies, stuff like
Girls is really getting shitted on out here.
there's
Literally.
a lot of girls that go to
I
Dubai.
Taking shit on. I ain't never do that. I thought
gotta do something.
No, that's a good thing. I know a lot of girls. Because, like I said, like I don't judge nobody.
like how do you take this? How do you do that to a person? Though? Like honestly, like I don't see me getting this shit on somebody.
They're gonna okay with these guys. They're gonna offer you 150K. You think a girl's not gonna get shit on?
Well, like I'm saying, I get it. Okay, boom. I'm saying as me being a guy, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, and you're a girl. How do you actually get? Do you think they gotta get high, or do they gotta take hella like laxatives, or
With the guys?
no? The girls just like about the shit up.
My dad want me to come home.
Get drunk.
Oh, get
Maybe
drunk.
on liquor, drugs to do that.
Oh,
You're not gonna just go sober. And I mean, I would never do that. But if
yeah,
I was to do some shit like that, I would have to get super drunk
yeah,
for me not to even like
yeah. Think about
that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Still doing
And
the
yes,
same
that's a
shit.
real thing. Girls go out there on a girls trip to do that.
So guys need to watch their girls just going to Dubai on a girl trip.
Yeah, basically.
So the ladies is going to Dubai to basically get shitted on. Literally. All for the sake of some money. And I don't know about y'all, but the way that lady was talking in that clip, I kind of feel like she took that brother on his offer. You know, take the shit to the chest is what she did. Because why she kept on repeating herself, I would never do it. But if I did do it, or if I would, I meant, I'd have to be really drunk. But I mean, $150,000. You don't think these girls would take $150,000 for some shit on the chest? I mean, I ain't saying I'd do it. Lady, you took shit to the forehead, didn't you? Huh? You a shit taker. This is taking the phrase "a win is a win" to a whole nother level. At this point, y'all are
My
really
shit
doing
some
anything
bullshit.
to
It
look
keep
like
on
you're living the
stopping.
high life. Meanwhile, your homegirls from high school, they see your
Oh, there you
stories
go.
and stuff, so they DM you, "Girl, I'm
I don't
so
know where the
proud of
fuck it
you.
had
I
me
see
at.
you on these trips." Whole time she don't even know what's going on behind closed doors.
Wasn't
But that
Washington.
little that she know, you taking shit to the forehead. You allow a man to fart on your nose just so you could dip your feet in some clear water for an IG photo. The only water you need to be dipping your feet in is holy water, a baptism, a revival. You need to ask the Lord for forgiveness. Ask to be born again, because I couldn't live with myself, knowing that I might have doodle crumbs stuck on my eyebrows. Brothers talking about, "Hey man, you got something on the side of your lip." My bad, that's from earlier in the day. Nigga, is that doodle on your lip?
So let's talk about these, the infamous porta potty parties. This has been brought up countless times in my comments when I did the video about the OF girl who was found with a broken spine in Dubai. And allegedly, she had gone to one of these parties. So let's talk about it. When you first hear the word porta potty, it probably makes you think of festival toilets. But in reality, the meaning behind it is a lot darker. It's a term to describe a party that's allegedly hosted by wealthy men in Dubai. These apparent parties are probably best described as a way to commit vile sex acts against women in exchange for a lot of money. Girls would go to these parties with the promise of a lot of cash, and if they did go, they would usually get the cash, apparently. But the acts would involve the following, trigger warning as well. So the acts would be acts like beating them, knocking their teeth out, stringing them up on hooks, as well as sometimes involving animals. I'm not sure in what kind of way. And then, of course, defecating on them, which is probably where the name Porta Potty Party came from. There has been no update today that I've seen anyway on the Maria Kovalchuk case. If anybody knows anything, please link me below and let me know your thoughts.
See, they say that money is the root of all evil. No, it's the love of money. The fact that y'all are willing to put your morals to a side just for $1, it just baffles me, because a lot of y'all are doing this based off of greed. The greed for money, not even the need for money. It's greed.
Lightning strikes twice.
$150,000 for somebody to defecate on you, and you have to live with that. But I've heard enough from the people that say they know somebody that done it. I want to hear from the actual person that was in the room when the man was screaming. All right, let's play the video.
Damn, look at this shit. Hey, you said you want that spear? Hey, yo, Pup.
Man, it's fucking hot.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to be right, start with exceptional
Hey,
paint
yo.
that's designed to last.
Yo, what up, Sean?
Ace is this collection of
You
premium
said you want to
brands
hold that
against your
spear?
wall. Magnolia
Yeah,
Home by Joanna Gaines.
I can make his one build off looking at that shit look tweet.
Service and
Reference
quality
this
paint
map.
that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint
Tweet.
like water, starting at only
I'm gonna have to
$29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons for
spend a
select
while
paints.
ago to change my motherfucking shit. Look, tweet.
This spear is tweet.
Tweet.
For her to be able to get her money that she used in running the papers, and everything with the house,
Yo, let me get a couple of vines.
10
all
decks
that place.
30,
So
10.
that is
And all the shit I could put on this
over
motherfucker. 10
80K. What
decks.
will be my game
Let me
without
get a
that?
couple of vines.
75.
Hey, how about you get the
And
fuck out my
this, most of
face?
these
Like,
white
I
men, they're not
Mm.
even
ain't got no
like
divine.
Nigerian men. Some of them are very
You
vulgar.
got some motherfucking
No, I
divine.
don't.
I know. I seen your shit. Inventory was looking short.
Short, you ain't
Like
motherfucking lying.
short. Oh, like he had like 6 chaos. I mean exalts. I was like, damn, this shit looks like mine over this motherfucker. Shit.
Word.
She was living in an apartment in
I'm
Dubai. She
still
was
building my build. That's why.
paying for it by
When
herself.
my
And I
build
was
is
like,
complete,
of course, me, I'm doing
It's hot
runs
than a
now.
motherfucker
The
in this
same runs
bitch.
she was doing.
that's
I
how it
was
It's
be.
hot
paying
as
for
fuck, babe. You gotta turn the fucking air on.
it was too
Can't do
much
it.
shit.
I can't do it.
It's shit. She was like,
Smell like
yes.
dookie.
And you would go there,
Smell
they
like
would chop
doodle.
it a plate, they would pay you 30,000 dollars. I was like, a plate, a
It's
plate.
dookie. Smell the trash. Oh, it's the spray. I sprayed it in the trash.
It's their fantasy. They love seeing these things. They love seeing the Mercedes and
AK-47,
they
Mac
want to be
11,
like
Glocks
that.
and 9s.
No, at first I was not
Monkey
comfortable.
ass
To
stink.
God, I wasn't.
Smell like
I
shit.
did, even after meeting her,
Smell like
I didn't
pure
start
dookie.
immediately. I was still doing the normal runs and everything. But when I saw things, girls, other girls, they were getting cars. They have the latest
Don't fucking
gear,
dodge my shit or he live.
things online and everything. Friends in Nigeria that I even left here, they were still doing better than me, even though I left to Dubai. They were still doing better than me. They were chilling with the latest things and
Go ahead and take my
everything.
crackers that I'm supposed to eat with my motherfucking shit.
And I won't lie,
But how am I eating my shit with
only had bread with the little I
bread?
had. I will not be in this situation right now.
No.
I won't be where I am right now.
We got
It's a
buns.
lot
I'm just making up
for
shit.
these material things that don't even matter at the end of the
Just
day.
making it up. I'm just making it up.
So
Making it up as you go.
thinking for so long that I
Somebody
decided
about to throw up.
to
You're like, bro, bro.
try it. So I went that night. After eating, they paid me $10,000 that day. I was like, I thought you said a plate. Sorry. I thought you said a plate of
Huh?
Reem said we got an old
You said
person
they home?
household.
$10,000 for a
You
An
ready,
plate.
old
Leo?
lonely person household.
Like, they don't eat by
Who got so
side.
many cats in the
I
dog?
gotta do something.
You couldn't beat that information out of me. Lady,
Yeah,
you
sure.
asked
I'm
me
ready
what
Oh,
to
there were
take you. I
information
gotta do
I
groundhogs
something.
have on
outside,
whatever information
turtles.
you
That's the
need.
only reason I
Deer.
I'm gonna
can't.
be honest with you. Like, what soap do you have at home that gave you the level of confidence to receive shit anywhere on your body? Like, I don't believe anybody is 100% washing their body anyway. You know that little part in your back where you really can't get that part unless you got like one of them scrubbers? A lot of y'all ain't got them scrubbers. You just let some water drip down on that part of your back. Don't you talking about I'm clean now? Nobody's 100% washed. You're missing a spot somewhere. So now you gotta live with a dry shit stain somewhere on your body. Shampoo can't fix that. Soap can't fix that. Elon Musk did not come up with that upgrade
Go
yet.
put.
But on the
Huh?
other side, it's really sad to see the lengths people
Huh?
will go just to live a
Alright,
life
put your
that they
stuff on
think
there.
other people are living. This is exactly why I constantly delete Instagram. Like I only have Instagram for days that I have to post. Like I may see something that my son is doing, I'm like, I gotta go post. Or I gotta check my DMs. But to be on Instagram constantly scrolling, thinking that what I'm seeing is actually somebody else's reality, comparing myself to their lives, not knowing that this is not exactly how they live, or I don't even know the context of what they're going through just to maintain an image. A lot of people are trying to maintain an image. I would even go to say that I feel like some rappers and IG models, they wind up doing this illegal stuff because they have to maintain an image that everybody can see. Follow me. You're a rapper, you're an IG model, you're known for living this high life. Everybody on Instagram sees you living this high life. So that's now a part of your persona. Money starts to slow down the legal way, so now you have to do something illegal or put your morals to the side just so you can maintain this image on a fake reality. Which is why every time I'm on IG, I take everything with a grain of salt.
So
Why
you
we
got
always
this. You
seem
got
like
your
it's
jacket
girls
on?
and girls on the trip, but we don't never see the guy that's actually paying for the trip? I want y'all to
I'll be
remember
back
that
later, but
Instagram is a
Sorry, yeah.
highlight reel. It is not a vlog. It is not somebody's daily life. It is them
Put your
posting
jacket.
their
No, put your
best
hoodie on.
moments. Some people are going out
Put your
of
hoodie
their
on.
way just to record and
Shut up.
take a picture of a moment that looks like they are living an extravagant life. Whole time they had to run up a credit card for that. Whole time they had to sell some drugs to go on that trip. And now you're looking on your phone and you're like, dang, what am I doing wrong? You're comparing yourself to this person, but you don't know what they had to do to be motivated by success that you see in real life. Be motivated by people that are actually successful and they're actually giving you the sauce of how does that work. Not people that just go on trips, but they never really show like what do you do for a living? Who are you with? Who's paying for these trips? Comparison is the thief to all joy. Where you are at in life, there's always a positive side to look at where you're at. Like the young lady in that clip just now, what she said? She said people back from where I'm from, you know, they was living so good, they already got the latest bags and stuff. She's looking at the material things and thinking to herself, dang, I really want that stuff. Not knowing why, how, is it even real? You don't know any of these things by looking at a picture, by looking at a video. And it's only going to get worse because now we got AI. So people find some type of appreciation of where you are at in life. J. Cole said it best in his song. There's no such thing in this life that's better than yours. Because while you sitting there looking at somebody on IG, they might be getting shit on.
Some videos going viral. They talk about them young girls getting solicited by rich men in Dubai to get doodled on. They said the girls can name their price. One girl was going over there for about $100,000 to get doodled on, doodled. And not only is they doodled, but they paying the girls to eat and do stuff. That's crazy. And not only that, they are not only they raping them, they beating on them, sodomizing them, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what the contract is going to be. But anyways, it's over there. It's understanding that this is what they got together. And let me tell you something about that. I know all these underdeveloped countries, people want money, and this, and that, but that's what they talk about when they say money is the root of all evil. Because all these damn iPhones and then wheelchairs, outfits, and all that, that ain't worth for them getting sick and getting beat and raped. They found some girl on the side of the road with her mind blowing. Now they went over there and did a number on her girl, and what's it do? And so doing money ain't no great thing. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I've been wrong before. I've probably been wrong about 3 or 4 times today. But here's my solution to that. Get a fucking job.
That the craziest thing is that a lot of y'all are going through these crazy hurdles, going to Dubai just to get this money so you can get a nice bag. But China just exposed that a lot of those bags are actually way cheaper than people are spending on. So y'all are going out your way just to get finessed by a brand, just to look like you have some money. Again, money is not evil. It's the love for money. But now I want to talk directly to the lady. Please don't be fooled by what you see on the internet. You do not need a BBL to be loved. And you shouldn't have to be disrespected just to maintain a virtual image. Because you gotta look at that memory in real life. But anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications, join my Discord where we can talk one-on-one and all that good stuff, man. Hey, if you want this jacket right here, fashion over, I'm gonna link it to the description down below. But anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. Until next time, man, I'm out of here. When you you're not just a good driver. See why everyone's talking about the new Elite 69. Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who's been tapping in, running up and sevens up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop new uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But shout out to the Collective again. Hey, y'all remember in the last couple videos ago where I said like keep your head up, don't let your crown fall, right? I had to tell myself that. I had to remind myself that because I would say the last 4 or 5 days or so, bro, I've been having depression, and I thought I had to think the biggest person to walk away. When I say that, from adult leagues, people just saying some of the crazy stuff to me. I'm like, wait, bro, what? You gotta check my own image, keep my head up, don't vibrate too low. So I had to take a stand of like, I don't know what's in the atmosphere lately, but it got people acting a little different. They got people acting different. So, just let y'all know, man. I see y'all say y'all appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all. And I had to stand on what I was giving y'all, you know. So, with that being said, my dear people on the news, I hope not. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
What would I back up for? Why?
Y'all see that last one too that just flew by at the end?
I don't know what's going on in this video. Like they're going into a different timeline, y'all, because this is weird. This is somewhere in Africa. This guy was walking by these people, and I don't know if these people are in another dimension or they're using some type of cloaking technology. But do you guys see? Can you guys see that? You can see shadows of somebody moving, but they're like they're cloaked. They're like another pocket, some type of dimensional pocket. I remember there was a video of an African gentleman selling some type of cloaking technology, and I'm looking, and there's a lot of Africans that have this type of technology, y'all. What y'all see this? So yeah, I'm looking on TikTok, and there's a lot of them that's selling this like it's their job, y'all. I think this was the original video that went viral. Y'all see that he's literally holding some type of cloaking blanket, just like they showed us in Harry Potter, y'all. You can't see them. So do you think that's what's happening in this video over here? Because these people don't even look like they're holding anything. And I know there's a lot of weird things happening on the planet. So is his phone tapping into another frequency? Because they do have different phones out there than us. First, the pyramids activating in Egypt, and now some Harry Potter stuff is happening in Africa. But I have a feeling it's going to get a lot more weird, y'all. Let me know how you guys feel about this video. Let's continue to get it. The shift is here. Peace out.
If that's real and they selling it, I want one
Word.
immediately.
ये देखो अभी भी धरती पे मौजूद है गणेश जी का वाहन यानी मूसक राज। ये वीडियो ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को शेयर करो और ऐसी जानकारी के लिए मुझे फॉलो करो।
The toes, though. The toes, though, bro. I'm not a foot person. You use your feet every day. You walk on your feet, bro. Hell no. Nah, bro. And they like, Spell y'all thoughts and opinions. How y'all feeling off that clip, bro? That shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We getting rocking with a bang today. We getting rocking with a bang. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. But that shit crazy. The feet though, bro. The feet. Lord. That do give me a creepy vibes.
Hold up. So they say they was in space for how long? I'm sorry, but y'all really expect me to believe that this whole space trip took less than 10 minutes? Come on now.
So you mean to tell me they launched these women into space? They unbuckle their seatbelt, get to float around or whatever, look through that tiny ass window, see space, and then make it back down within that time frame that they showed? Nah, I don't think so. But what's wild to me is Blue Origin said that this is a 10-minute mission. But the landing program came back 7 or 8 minutes after launch saying that they welcomed them back. They came back successfully. So something's not adding up. The math is definitely not mathing. And then they want to show us footage from outside the capsule. I want to see the footage from inside the capsule. I want to see them up in space. I want to see them floating around, talking, looking, pointing out that little window, saying, "Oh my God, we made it." Something. Don't show the outside, show the inside cave. Show when they're going up, when they're up, and when they're coming down. So until I see inside that capsule of all the footage of them going up, coming down, floating around, doing all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, y'all can kiss my, because I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it.
Hey, we need more proof, man.
Have y'all seen this right here? It looks downright apocalyptic here in the Middle East, in Iraq, and other parts. They are all seeing red, and there's thousands of people going in the hospital because they cannot breathe. And you know I do not believe in coincidences, so I believe that everything happening in the Middle East right now may be bringing this upon them. Because this same exact scene and imagery popped up in New York, you remember? When they were promoting that very demonic Diablo or whatever, I think it was Diablo or something like that, whatever, some demonic game popped up. They were pushing it really hard. And all of a sudden, all of New York was orange and red. This right here is when it first started moving in, and the news was covering like crazy because it was way worse than they ever have it. We'll get to the heads buried in the sand, good fun, later. And this is another scene that was caught around the Middle East. It was everywhere, just all red. And to prove that these waves of color and sand are not coincidental, when the same thing in New York happened again, they said it was the Canada fires that were causing it, but then we were able to see live images of Canada from that same time, and there was no fire. So what really caused it to be red in New York?
Come on, dude, it's always red.
Are you serious? Do you not see this? People will always deliberately ignore all the signs until that door closes.
What y'all think caused it?
I want y'all to know how this Earth used to be and how it's going to be pretty soon. Yeah, we doing it, exposing Avatar. Because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. And they seem to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Navi people were very, very tall. And so was nature. All the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth. 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans.
Damn.
Because who was these steps for? I'm not
Ain't got
just
no
making this up.
motherfucking.
Also in the movie, there were big, tall, giant trees. You know, on Earth, the mountains that look like they cut off trees. Now, in this movie, they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar? Now, all around the planet, there are these tall people on the walls, and they call them gods and giants and all types of things. What if all of these advanced beings who are called gods in different religions were just highly advanced beings in the past? And in the past, these people who are seeing them called gods. DNA is capable of. So these humans want what these highly intelligent beings have. So they invaded and took advantage of the people.
A normal day in Australia, I already know this about to be different because Australia is like planet Earth. See what I'm talking about? Like, why is there a koala just chilling in a beverage? Australia is crazy. You got a kangaroo just hopping down the suburban streets on a sunny day. What's going on here? I don't even want to know what's going on. Oh my God, absolutely not. Why is that spider so big? And how is he so calm doing that? You got a snake tangled up in the ceiling fan. I could never live like this. This is cold. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't scared. That just caught me off guard a little bit. You got Batman trying to sneak in the window. Like, how do people live out here? Baby kangaroo wants all the smoke. You're going for a nice walk, baby kangaroo trying to fight. Australia is crazy. What's going on here? Walk in the kitchen, come home, and this is another baby kangaroo in your kitchen, invading your space. This is crazy. What we got here? Let's see. What is that? Oh my God. See, like, nah, I couldn't do this. What is that? Could y'all live in Australia? Because I could never.
So my people in Australia, do y'all really experience stuff like this? I can see the kangaroos because I know y'all got kangaroos there, but like this last clip, something wiggling on the floor. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that a beaver behind the couch? Like the spiders they be getting in your house, like all that was all this true. What's real? What's fake? I'm curious. Let me know.
Bruh, slavery like that. What? It never happened. It never happened. Listen, all they did was they defeated the Moors. What after they got backdoored the Moors and like that, they act like slavery happened. They killed everybody. And they woke you up. They told you, this is you free. Those people told you was free, but you was never a slave. Oh, really? They sold 4,000 years ago. You don't know. When you woke up, all the noses was shot off. The city was different. But you were so stupid because they told you that all these pyramids was built by all they had rocks and bricks and like this. So you was that stupid. So technology been around. They just give you till you look back at a time. They sold 4,000 years. Right. So if I spend 4,000 years, I give it to you look at a time. That's why you like get the iPhone, the 13 come out. Let's say the 14. I didn't use the 13 yet because they got 30 of them done already. Shout out to Joshua. Yeah, the world industry.
Was he giving up the game?
Yep.
This man was attacked by elves in the woods. We got it all on camera. Watch this, y'all. You clearly see little creatures attacking this man out of nowhere. This man is so slick with the game. And they're everywhere. They're all around him. This man rolled spies when there's attack. I believe when they use elf Spanish, and they will harass you to no end. He was very lucky to find elevations in cities where these creatures are vertically challenged. He might not be so lucky. It's scary enough to get attacked by one, let alone 10 times. Let me know if you or someone you know has ever had an interaction with one of these creatures, or any supernatural creature at all. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay weird.
That's my second time watching that. I'm still not sure if it's real.
Himalayan salt is giant's blood. Himalayan in the mountain, which is why when you bring Himalayan salt onto a plane or bring it past customs, the airport detectors detect the radiation inside of the pink salt. They're going to check with that. This is the prophecy of iron being mixed into clay, aka heavy metals being mixed into you, because that pink salt is full of heavy metals. This is why wanting qualified salt is so important to avoid the heavy metals. Which is why we have an organic qualified salt just for y'all with the trace mineral test from a third party. Remember, if they don't have a lab test to prove that their salt is clean, then their salt probably isn't clean. Even if it's labeled or titled as perfect salt, doesn't mean it's clean. As a matter of fact, 9 out of 10 salts available on the market are all full of heavy metals, and the latest research and tests that they did has shown that all these salts are basically full of heavy metals. Remember, the French Cardiac Health Association tells us to eat 5 to 10 grams worth of salt a day in order to meet the body's magnesium requirements. You don't want to be eating 5 to 10 grams worth of a salt that's full of heavy metal. Instead, you want to be eating 5 to 10 grams worth of salt that's organic qualified. So it's why we have the world's best salt for you available on JacobsLink.com, as well as the Bible Health Book. The highest high. Earlier she's not talking about space, right? Because we've gone much allegedly farther. Surrender. What were they surrendering to? Lucky you seatbelt because we're going to space too. The space that they went to. Just wait. Did you hear that? The whole world collectively had the same exact thought pattern. I don't know why, but I have a feeling this is not going to end well. I have a bad feeling about this one. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? What if this does not go as planned? But it did. I have a bad feeling about this. 75% chance the rocket is exploding. I don't know why, but I think it's not just 2.05. And thinking about it, I think it has happened. Do you think that everybody was collectively wrong at the same time and that everyone's intuition was wrong? Or perhaps they were meeting some spiritual entity in the sky, so ominous to the point where they had to kiss the ground where they returned. Lest are here. We all know what the rocket was shaped like. Lesson 1. All dark ritual magic has to do with that same kind of function as the rocket was exploding. Think of the red mustard at the top. Sugar, magic, yes.
It is the highest high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and
Surrendering to the unknown, not just about going to space. I guarantee you that they met some entity they had been worshiping for a long time. And maybe through the ritual and all the things, all the pieces coming together, that entity was able to manifest physically. And maybe, just maybe, this manifestation was actually felt on Earth as a 5.6 earthquake in California. Yep, just not too long after the landing. There's not one thing on this Earth that's random. The design and the shape, the words used, even the natural disasters. And by the way, this whole thing is entertainment. I'm just being stupid.
Is that too far of a reach? Or would y'all agree?
Thousands of people believe that there are portals in the Walmart parking lots. They've reported seeing strange creatures and have had unexplainable glitch in the reality types of moments. Creator Yada's World claims to have seen a creepy lady with a smile. She was in the parking lot with her daughter and saw a strange woman whose smile stretched all the way across her face. They both looked at each other, and when they looked back up, the woman was gone. That's when she received almost 5,000 comments full of other stories. People are saying that the energy is dark. Some people in there look soulless if you really pay attention. I feel like no matter what Walmart I go to in any city or state, I promise I see the same people every time. I get extremely tired when I go into Walmart. This person says Walmart has underground tunnels where they are trafficking people and reminds everybody of the missing children posters in Walmart. Apparently, South Park also made an episode about these weird Walmart vibes, and this person has been a spiritualist for 19 years and says that Walmart is full of demons. Walmart is the only place where I feel like I'm being followed, or I keep bumping into the same people, and time is never right. You disassociate so bad at Walmart, everything feels fake. I never know how to explain it. A girl said she saw herself and her kids from 10 years ago in Walmart, and there was a third kid there, but she only had 2 kids, so she believes that it was her son that she miscarried. Many people experience time distortions, like feeling like you're losing track of time or time is moving too fast or slow. They reference people frozen in time or duplicated, like a loop effect. People describe the store's energy as a dungeon-like place, and it's soulless. People are also very suspicious about the layout and how secluded the children's aisle is. Tati shares a story where she was working the night shift at 3 a.m. The parking lot was completely empty, and then 3 strange women appeared. One mysteriously knew her name even though she wasn't wearing her employee ID, so she immediately tried to hide, but they found her and started laughing eerily. She felt a very strong sense of anger and left. And the store had previously been staffed, but now that location is practically empty and with no returning employees. Afterwards, she said she experienced whispers, laughing in the backseat, sleep paralysis, and nightmares for days. Let me know if you think this is just Walmart being Walmart, or if you think it's being haunted. Longer, freaky videos over here.
Okay. Now, I brought this up a couple times in a couple videos where I said, bro, why Walmart's energy is always the most different. You can go to Walmart's a night neighborhood, you can go to Walmart's good. you get the same energy. And some of y'all said the same thing. And it's like, bro, I never thought of it from this perspective, and that's way too many people who seeing or experience the same type of shit. That's crazy to me. But I also feel like the Walmarts are different than they were in like the 90s. In the 90s, they were like more of a store, if that makes sense. Now, if it just it feels different. It truly does. It does feel different. I never bump into the same people over and over and over. A lot of those things I didn't have, but I could see it. But the dark energy, that's for sure, bro. That's for sure. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Y'all let me know.
Amen.
Teenage girls have to respond to job postings on Indeed. Allegedly, this has happened to 17 people in Atlanta, Georgia. They applied for job interviews, they got scheduled through Indeed, they got to the job interview, and they never competed again. And some interesting places to these are all warehouse facilities. They're going out to these warehouses, and then they're going missing. Indeed has yet to comment. No mainstream media outlets are reporting this, but people are talking about it on TikTok, Instagram, social media for their loved ones, like some of them have gone missing. There are a lot of job scams. Making videos is my job. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not on a job website. But I get texts like this on the regular. And a lot of times when you fill out a job application, they make you leave your phone number. So you could naturally think like, I'm filling out 20 applications today. Maybe this is one texting me now. I don't remember. If you filled out like as many applications as you can in one day, if you get a text and they say like, we got your resume, I feel like you would naturally assume it was from a job you applied to. So that's why it's really important to double check that you actually applied to these jobs. Indeed has been getting accused of being a hub for delivery scams, but also a warehouse job delivering teenage girls feels a little strange to me. I don't feel like that's where they naturally apply, especially in like Georgia. I feel like warehouse jobs are supposed to be like for older people because they have like equipment stuff in that, and most of these girls are like working at the mall. But why would they even want a teenage girl as a warehouse? Like, why would they be like, oh, this is kind of what? But these scams have been flagged and reported to the Better Business Bureau, and hopefully this will stop. But unfortunately, things like this happen every day. It's really scary and sad to think someone finds these poor girls. Come over here and talk their sleep on our head.
Damn, that reminds me of that whole eBay thing they had going.
Hey, y'all, they really got fake mountains out here. On the outside, it looks like a mountain, but on the inside, it's made out of wood. If they ever get a termite infestation, this whole mountain will crumble.
33 is when they started monetizing us and pledging us as collateral for debt. Now, to register, the word register means to abandon. And when you register a car or a bird or a house, you're giving it to the government. You're giving your legal title to the government, and you only retain equitable title, which means that you have the use of that property. The government allows you to use it, thinking that you own it. Clear evidence of this is anyone who owns that house. Look at their mortgage, and you're referred to as the tenant, not the owner, the tenant. So if you think you own your house, you're mistaken. Same with your car. The reason why they can impound your car is that you registered it, and under maritime admiralty salvage laws, they come along and they adopt it. In the case of the birth registry, they adopt the abandoned child.
That's crazy. When I was an underwriter, mortgages do say tenants on it.
Okay, somebody get me a message. I need to get to the black guy. Black boy, that's good.
Is that too far for reach?
Y'all, why y'all hundreds of squirrels invading Santa Monica Beach right now, y'all? This is not normal. It's so not normal that the people are asking that if the guy who's recording brought the squirrels over with him. My wife is also from around that area, and she says this is not natural. So what is going on? You just had a young Superman last night, and now a whole bunch of squirrels will invade Santa Monica. No. So Santa Monica isn't known for squirrel takeover. So what's really going on? And then again, the people are just confused, like they've never seen. So y'all will know when you see these many animals come together in one spot, especially in places that they do not frequent. This is a sign the nature is talking right now, y'all. And why are they not afraid? Yo, they're not even. That's crazy. They're just running around him. They're just running around him, y'all. Y'all remember that man out with the California to warn people the things to come with the squirrels are doing the same thing because a whole bunch of them in one place, right? Because what do squirrels represent? Preparedness, resource winners, right? They represent changes in nature. They got a rhythm going. So, what if this is a deeper message for the people? Just saying right now, these animals feel shifts in vibration in nature more than anybody. And over there, it's really jumping right now, especially in that Pacific Ring of Fire over there. So let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Nature speaks. Like, comment, share the video. Let's continue the video, y'all.
Lucky. Stop. Stop.
And prayers to San Diego and that 6.7, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was a couple days ago. I can't post. I'm not going to attempt to post that. I attempted to post a lot of the footage from that 7.7 they had in Asia not too long ago. I got in trouble for it. So I'm not even going to bring that one to here. If that's what it is, that did happen. I'm not going to breeze over it. Prayers to everybody in SoCal to be affected by that, man. I think that was the message. I'm not sure if that happened before or if that's happened after, but I think more earthquakes are coming. Y'all let me know. For entertainment purposes.
Trump just made a speech about deporting U.S. citizens. Now they are saying on April 20th there will be martial law. It seems like things are happening so fast that people can't even think. This is designed on purpose. They don't want you to think as a thinking man or a thinking woman to figure things out. If they keep you distracted over and over, you can't think. I found a girl where the people that stole this country is trying to deport other people. Y'all don't even belong here. If you forget about Christopher Columbus and what really happened, if you go and read Agenda 2025, you should already know what's about to take place. We are about to be dealing with a dictator. Dictators free themselves and enslave other people. There's too many people waking up in this country, so they're trying to deport us. They don't want people to work. They want people to work. Once you step back and look at the world, things will start to make sense to build up America. Now, it's no need for us because they have artificial intelligence to build up America. People that control this country, colonizers, they go from place to place, planet to planet, country to country, state to state, to take over everything. There's something else that kind of works like that. It's known as a virus, a parasite. Yes, the people that control this shit, so-called control it, parasites. They go from different hosts, stealing energy because they don't have energy. So many people sitting around waiting for martial law to take place. Martial law already took place. We don't have law and we don't have free will. We have illusions of choices they gave us. Democrat, Republican. This school or that school. That job or that job. That health plan or that health plan. This president or that president. We don't have no freedom. Once again, we are living within the snake year. Every time there's a snake year, something bad takes place. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go research it. Mind blowing. In 1929, we had the Great Depression. It's almost a 100-year anniversary. I'm not saying this is going to take place, but
Follow the breadcrumbs. This is something we must understand. When I look at you, I see a spirit or a person. But when they look at us, they see a business or cargo. When I see you, I see someone that has a spiritual purpose. When they see you, they look at work labor. These people don't give a shit about us, and they tell us all the time. Here's so many people say, wait, this can't happen. They can't deport us. Wait, this can't happen. It can be no martial law. Did you forget what happened in 2020? If they can lock the world down, what else can they do? I just find it real crazy that a group of people from another country came over here to steal another country is now giving laws to all people that's already living in this country. How the hell can you make laws if you break every law that you make? The real question is, why do we keep following their laws? If you want to know more about these topics, check out my ebook, The Leaders in My Book.
He asking a lot of great questions, man.
What do you mean? I've had hydrogen stupid HS for years. Painful bumps that come and go. I used to think, why me? My symptoms made me miss work, miss out with my kids. I said, enough. You are stronger than this. Keep fighting.
Take on HS differently with Cosentyx. It works from the inside to target a believed source of inflammation that may cause HS symptoms. Real people saw 50% reduction in bumps and abscesses after 16 weeks. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Support drugs for potential tuberculosis and increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have infection or symptoms like fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur.
I found hope. I found relief. You're not alone.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
What do you mean someone got clear footage of a triangular building from Area 51 and it looks like a new monolith just dropped? 2 days ago, someone was able to access the space over Area 51 using a satellite and they came up with the most outrageous picture of a massive monolith I think we will ever see. I'm calling it a monolith because that is what that looks like. And if you know anything about last year, they found so many monoliths in the desert. And look at how tall this is. Everyone's saying, how can you get this picture? You're not allowed to fly over Area 51. Someone quite literally used the satellite to get this image. They're calling them Eagle users on the internet. They have spotted this triangular tower located in Area 51, and this is going through Hooper. They're reporting that this actually is a triangular tower in Area 51, which is a military base deep in Nevada. And we all know what that is, and that is highly classified. The fact that nothing is surrounding this one large monolith, I'm going to call it a monolith, I'm sorry, has me believing that Area 51 is actually underground, like most people first thought it was. Imagine the shit under here. Imagine. And as you can see, there is a clip. This video is from the Nevada Desert where Area 51 is. Everything that is going on with politics, with geopolitical tension, AI, I really think this is where we need to figure out what is there. And this is a base for a lot of things that are coinciding within our geopolitical environment. The aliens have been here and trying to communicate. And after seeing the video in Russia where they're literally shooting at something that looks like an alien craft and it goes silent, I think aliens are trying to tell us where they are 100%. Because before you could not access this, and all of a sudden you can, they are trying to tell us to come to them so they can save themselves.
They placed it against their temples, and within seconds, their eyes glazed over. The Newbin, a sleek device pressed
Look at that shit they got now.
has become TikTok's latest fixation. Once switched on, users can dive into games, chat telepathically, and some even claim to witness glimpses of the future. No screens, no phones. Everything unfolds inside your mind. People say they've heard whispers, watched their own weddings, or met parallel versions of themselves. One person described playing a game for 18 hours straight without ever moving, just thinking. Another swears he got a mental ad for a drink he didn't know existed. Some users even report seeing their own funerals during a level 6 Newbin cutscene. The company insists it's all safe, yet side effects are surfacing. Headaches, disorientation, memory gaps, even mind breaches. Once inside, the lines blur. Are you still playing, or has the game become? Attempts to rip it off have failed. Newbin murmurs in their minds, stay a bit longer. You either place it on your head, or run before it finds you.
Now look, I said in the comments again this recently, and I said, okay, so the comment said it's fake. It was for a TV show. It's fake. It was just for a TV show. And I said in that video, people have said that. And even if it is fake, where do they get their ideas from? And before they do actually do something, what do? They give it to us first in TV. So whether it's fake, it has a possibility to become reality if it isn't already. Can you think from that perspective, please? Please. Because when I said that in the last video, I still got comments of somebody saying it's fake. And I just said, bro, you know what? We need those people. We need those people because those people teach us where not to go. But it's like, if we're gonna have those conversations with the individuals like that, can you just think for a second? For a second, can you listen? Can you listen to understand or understand rather than listening to disagree? That's the only thing I challenge individuals like that to do if I'm gonna have that conversation. And I'm gonna engage in that and give my energy to that. Please, that's all I ask. And I just sit back and be like, damn, bro, I think it's real. I think they're putting it in TV as a point to give people the perception that it's something you can use or something that you can be comfortable with or it's not harmful. Me personally, I don't want nothing having that much control over me. Making my eyes going, yeah, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm thinking you're gonna open some doors up that you can't close when you come back to this realm.
Something is definitely not adding up. And I'm gonna be the one to say it. Somebody got to be honest. So I was watching the live footage from when the capsule came from space. Y'all gonna see it too. But somebody that was in the capsule opened the door, opened the hatch from inside the capsule. So when the door opened from the capsule, a lady that was standing by Jeff Bezos ran over to the door and said something. Right, do that. Can't do that. It's showing. Don't open it. Don't open it. But it was already too late, y'all. It was on live feed. She knew it still had to try to play it off somehow. So the people from the live crew that was talking was like, Jeff Bezos is about to open the door from the outside. He's about to open the hatch. And then Jeff Bezos went over there for a pee or whatever. And then he act like he was opening the door, but he all just opening the door open from the inside. That's not supposed to happen. You cannot open that hatch from the inside. It's pressurized. It's closed from the outside and locked and sealed. So how did they open it? Somehow it could have been opened. So you mean to tell me they got blasted up in space? They did their little spaceship. Then they came back down, falling probably like 700 miles an hour to hit the floor, and for one of them to unbuckle their seat and open the door from the inside. So it was never seen. Am I missing something?
They lying because what?
How did I? Had it fake. And I learned from Hudson. My perspective of love was wrong. Very, very wrong. And when I saw myself before, which describes what it was a problem. It was. I looked at if I died right now, would my son be proud of the man I am? And I didn't like the answer. You know what I mean? I didn't like. I don't want people to endure anything I went through. I don't want my son to not know that change happened. I want my son to know I changed.
said, you know, we went to pizza yesterday. Thank you, Patrick. You know what I mean? I know you don't want no credit for that, but like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. And I feel like because of my past, sometimes I don't deserve this. I don't. You know what I mean? Because
On that note, I want to hear y'all. What got y'all to wake up? What got y'all to wake up? Like, what put y'all on the journey that y'all on right now? What got y'all thinking different to wait to the point to where y'all thinking right now? I'm curious because me, I was already like, I can't. Since I've been here, I always felt like I was a little bit different. Like I felt like I did life differently. There was things I was repeating to my mom as a little.
Go get on the pad.
She'd be like, "Stop saying that." My granny used to say I was gonna be a preacher. So I was gonna talk about God and the Bible to the kids. It is what it is. I'm on my path. But when I really locked in, it was like 2023, and I was teaching. And I asked myself, tell me what happened to me. I know that I still got all this work that I've already put in. In 4 videos, every smooth 7, y'all always gonna have a hell of a lot to go back to always go back to grab something from it, something new every time you go back to it. I wanted something bigger than myself. And I don't have kids yet. So I was doing it for the youth, for future generations ahead. And I was like, what can I do that if I'm no longer here, what legacy for me? Will it be positive or negative? That's it. And I wanted it to be positive. And y'all see where we going. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. I want to hear how got y'all on y'all journey. What woke y'all up? Shout out to Toxic Reality too, my guy.
Black Cube, better known as the Saturn Death Cult. The global elite worships the dark side of the planet Saturn and uses occult symbols in modern institutions in its fulfilling creation and they're all involved in that. The god Saturn. But this god Saturn is also the god Baal, the god Molech, and is prevalent in basically every ancient and modern satanic text. They think it translates from, say, the astrology Capricorn, which is the primary thing that Saturn, which is the black cube, the black cube. There's like this dark spot on the top of Saturn that is in the shape of a hexagon. And if you take the hexagon, you can make it a 3-dimensional image. What was crazy is that if you go to basically any major financial district, they all have a monument of the black cube. They believe that worship of it is that they're into this realm or this deity to be able to save the masses.
So think about this: to discover the ocean. It was definitely where I was. It was definitely right there. Look, you can see where it used to be. That's the barriers, the buoys, and yeah, it was definitely here last night. So if anyone wants to really know where the ocean is at, that'd be much appreciated.
Future reference? Run. Is that water coming back, bro?
This is Monument Valley, on the corner of Utah and Arizona, United States. Now, if you notice, these are cut blocks in the ground. And I've been trying to tell y'all that ancient people had technology that they don't tell us about. So how do these blocks happen naturally? I know there's going to be someone that drops in the comments and defends Matrix programming to try to explain how this is natural. These cuts, look at that cut. Look at these cuts all throughout the land here. You can see it's pre-cut. Y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, right? These cuts, it starts at the edge, and then it goes all the way through here, even down up in here. And on the right side, where my finger can't see my finger, but over there too. This looks like somebody took a pizza cutter and just pre-sliced the pizza. So you just grab your piece. That's what that looks like. This is pre-flood. The reason why we know it's pre-flood is because there are fossilized sea creatures all up in this whole area, on these rocks, these cubes and stuff. So they were building something back then. And then the flood came. And this is the evidence. This is not natural. This is not natural. Okay? Let's continue. We wouldn't even know about this unless this independent guy found this stuff. This is a cube. Look at those dimensions. Right angles. How did How did they do this? How did they do this? How did they cut the earth like that? Laser technology. I'm trying to tell you, ancient people have mad tech, and we're impressed with the iPhone. Okay, they cut the earth like this, and like, what were they building? Stuff like the pyramids, stuff like monuments. So what is the point of this video? The point of this video is to question the mainstream information and question what they're being told. Because they conveniently forgot to tell us about this in school. They skipped that part. All right? Intelligent human beings, probably with the Nephilim giants, were cutting these blocks out to build models, temples, and all kinds of stuff back in the day. But they didn't tell us about this. Why? Why are they hiding? Question what you're being told. My natural position, if I hear some major story, something happened and it was caused by this, I immediately doubt the cause. I immediately doubt the reasons why it happened. Okay? And they're going to tell you the pyramids were built by hand chiseling rocks out of the mountainside, perfect cubes, to build the pyramids and stuff like that. No, they use technology like lasers, and who knows how they hoisted these up? They probably have some guys. We don't know, but they won't tell us.
For me, I'm gonna go ahead and say, that maybe we were so intelligent, because I feel like we did work with giants, and I also feel like we worked with the extraterrestrials or alien groups, whatever you want to say, whichever ones you want to go ahead and mention. I think that's what it was. I think that we had worked with we were working together once upon a time. Something didn't work, something fell through, and somebody had to come on, and we where we at now. That's what I feel like. And I also feel like we come from a certain alien group or certain extraterrestrials, and that's why they were here to help us. But something along the line went wrong. I don't know how, I don't know why exactly. A lot of people will have many different opinions with that or answers to say, oh, it's this, it's that. None of us will actually know for sure because there's so much shit out here. So I'll let you know that shit ain't natural. I would agree with that. It ain't natural at all. Why does it look like it's not moving, bro? It looks fake lightweight.
Let's take a look at that sign up there. See what it says? I'm talking about what it stands for. It's called gentrification. Listen carefully. You have to say those are distinction. I'm going to give y'all a paper on gentrification. Let's get it. See, gentrification isn't just about white folks moving into the neighborhood and raising the rent. That's the surface stuff. See, the real game starts long before that. Gentrification takes time, and it takes hard. First, they just put it all apart. Schools get underfunded. Businesses that used to serve the community start to close down, and crime goes up. When you take away jobs in that space, people got to find a way to start robbing, cheating, killing each other. As if each other's bad, the police presence increase, but none of the checks is to patrol and control. Then they let the property value drop even more foreclosures, more for sale signs, more abandoned buildings. So the same banks that once denied black homeowners loans to buy or fix their homes are now waiting to scoop up firepower. That's how it's done. Developers start looking at land, not people. What about the people? They bring in new investors, but they ain't investing for people who live there. New businesses pop up, but they're not for the ones who been there. Coffee shops, golf carts, quality beauty, things that signal demographics is about to shift. Rent goes up, property taxes rise, and now the same people who've lived there for generations can't afford space. What they do in the hood is systemic approach and gentrification. It is not an accident. It's a well thought out process. Why is it that there's a gun shop on almost every corner in this community, but a same reason that there's a liquor store on almost every corner in the black community? Why? They want us to kill ourselves. You go out to Beverly Hills, you don't see that shit.
That's called placement. It's economic warfare. They create conditions where a community can't thrive. They exploit those conditions to make profit. And crime statistics make it easier to justify buying people out of their homes for pennies. Then they make it attractive to the outside. It's the next hot real estate market. And let's be clear, it isn't just happening in LA. Back in the day, like in Boys and Girls, it's happening in every place you go to. Detroit, Chicago, New York, Miami, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, DC, Houston, everywhere. The big question is who benefits from gentrification? The banks win because they get to resell the same properties at a premium price.
They bring the property values down. They can buy land at a low price, but it involves people out, raise the property value and sell it at a profit.
City wins because they collect more tax revenue. The police win because they can justify increased policing and surveillance during the transition period. The people who built the neighborhood, who put culture and history and identity into those streets, they get pushed out, forced to move further out into undeveloped, undesirable areas. How do we stop this cycle? Ownership is power. Stop trying to buy damn land and buy damn buildings.
Now what we need to do is we need to turn everything in our neighborhood, everything, black. Black owned, black money. Support local business.
Change will come in. So if you keep your money circulating in the community, you can give it value before someone else does.
Ain't nobody from outside bringing down the property value. If these folks shooting each other and selling that crack rock and shit.
I'm a homeowner. I'm not about to let you drop my property value because you want to come around my store. I'll call the police. That's right. Be aware. Demand better policy. Cities make these changes because of money and votes. If communities organize to push back, they can't just move in unchecked. Like Doughboy said,
Some show, but I don't care about what's going on in the hood.
so now we do know. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Ownership.
A superior food taste for executive. The global superior.
One of my favorite movies, man. One of my favorite movies. But I want to go ahead and say, when you living in the hood, it's not just one. It's not just people that look a certain way. Trust me. I got Asian homies that I grew up with. I got Mexican homies that I grew up with. So, I mean, it's like, yeah, I got homies from all ethnicities. So, and that was growing up in the hood. So it's not just that I get what I know what people saying, because I know somebody gonna feel some type of way. Let's just keep it respectful here. Let's minus what we heard in the video. Let's keep it all respectful. It all of us, let's just say the lower class or the middle class, we all in the same boat. That's how they take over our communities. So we do have to own our land. We do have to get our. We have to own what we have to go back into ownership. We have to go back into ownership. And I would agree with that. It's a whole process. And that's why I said when I was working in the mortgage field and I was underwriting, bro, this shit is a scam. It's a scam, bro. It's a scam. I agree with that. This shit crazy. How y'all feel though? How y'all feel? I would say, like, we need to go back into ownership. Simple. Simple. It's gonna require work from all of us, but it pay off in the long run. Let me know how y'all. He wasn't feeling that. He knew Mike would have snatched her.
What we need is Alexandria's Royal Library, the largest collection of knowledge from the ancient world.
The library that burned down thousands of years ago.
We have a history of it, but then of course we know that the fire is only a cover, a way to hide the library's most important secrets. Welcome to It's down here. And this is one of them. The doctor is stuck behind that door. They say it was locked by the Lemurians themselves.
Mr. Smith really needs to tell us.
Oh, we out here on vacation in the Bahamas. Another beautiful day. Goes out there out. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of sex. See, there's a lot that goes in to being a top social media content provider. For instance, I think I got time to go on vacation. No, I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100. I haven't looked right. Is it good? I've been totally confused already. 90s. You know what? Say you real blue screen. It's 2019, man.
Y'all remember when we did that video? Y'all remember that clip, bro? That was early on in the channel. I actually enjoy seeing old stuff again, like stuff that I forgot about. I think he was telling us the truth. I think it was truth in plain sight, like right in our face. If you take it, if you don't, yeah, I feel like it's more so like it was right in our face. He gave it to us right there. How y'all feel though? What y'all thinking? Was he telling the truth or was he just playing around for entertainment purposes?
Welcome, y'all. So we back with another creepy celebrity conspiracy theory, and this conspiracy centers around the death of Matthew Perry, aka Channel 8. And I really don't know how I feel about this one because to me, the scary conspiracy theories are the ones that make sense. This one makes sense. So let's get to it. Oh, and we get to the end to see how Doja Cat died. All right, so October 28th, Matthew Perry unfortunately passed away at age 54 from drowning in his pool. And a lot of these conspiracies came about due to the various posts on Instagram that Matthew was making leading up to his passing. So back in 2022, Matthew Perry released his memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. And allegedly in this memoir, he stated that if he was ever in any trouble, he would send off the Bat Signal. Now, Matthew Perry has always been obsessed with Batman, so it wasn't weird him referring to himself as Batman like he's always done. The weird part came into play when the last 7 posts on his Instagram were various images of the Bat Signal. Now, among those final posts he made on Instagram, he posted a video of him placing 3 cranberries on a table with the caption, "This is what I did today. I'm Batman." Now, the conspiracy states that video was in his Instagram, and I have chills now, but he posted another video, and it was of the moon with the caption, "Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?" Y'all, this really scares me. Matthew Perry's last post on his Instagram was of him in his pool with a clear view of the moon. And the moon is significant because he passed away on the night that there was a full moon with a partial eclipse, aka the Hunter's Moon. So the conspiracy states that this could have been a full moon. And I don't even want to say the word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So on to Doja Cat. So back in September, in preparation to the release of her single Demons, she posted a promo video on TikTok. And in this video, she was in the Demons costume that she had on in her Demons music video, but she was on the Friends set, the iconic intro where they had the couch and the fountain. And the word Demons was spelled out like the Friends logo with the dots in between each letter, but noticeably there was one dot missing in between the D and the E. Now, the conspiracy states that this could have been a hint that something was going to happen to one of the members of the Friends cast. Now, I don't really know because I don't really get the Doja Cat connections to all of this, but let me know what y'all think. Was all his Instagram posts and the Batman tie-ins and the Doja Cat stuff, was all that just a coincidence or is there something into it? Let me know what y'all think.
Okay, explain this to me. How does a world famous musician die? Then a year later, an actor appears on the scene with the exact same symmetry to his face. Not only that, they've got literally some of the same birthmarks and an eerie same voice. They both share a love for the colour purple, and here's Morgan Freeman, even dressed as Jimi Hendrix. How ironic. Coincidence? Maybe. But the maths just ain't mathing. So let's break this down. Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest guitarists to ever live, allegedly died in 1970 at the young age of 27 years old. And Morgan Freeman, who literally had 0 film credits before Jimi Hendrix died, started starring in Hollywood movies. He rolled up into Hollywood looking like Jimi Hendrix has just started a new career and was ready for action. They literally have the same teeth line, the same face symmetry. His career ended and his career started. They look like the exact same person. This is a 1 in a million chance. But hey, I'm sure it's just a wacky coincidence, right? Now, before anyone gets all worked up, relax. This is just a fun little experiment for entertainment purposes. Obviously, I don't believe anything that comes out of my mouth. Now let's keep on going because it gets even weirder. Now, if you've ever listened to Jimi Hendrix in an interview, close your eyes and just think of Morgan Freeman. You can literally hear the same person. If anyone in the comments has ever done this or saw a video of this happening, please pop a comment and give me your thoughts because I know that you can hear the exact same person. Now, scientifically, faces and voices can be similar. But it's a 1 in a billion chance to have the same voice, the same face, the same nose, the same teeth, and coincidentally have one career end and the other one start. Jimmy Morgan. Now, I'm not saying that this person is the other person. I'm just saying that the coincidences are completely through the roof. And if I was to bet on it, I'd stay well away from the odds. Much love. I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
That's a new rabbit hole for me, because I never even thought of that before.
You may have heard the conspiracy theory that Marilyn Monroe was by the Kennedy family, so here's the faulty on the rumor and why people think that. We're supposed to believe that Marilyn Monroe died of a seemingly purposeful overdose of barbiturates, aka sleeping pills. It was known she had a slight addiction to prescription pills and poor mental health, so it was written off as purposeful. But friends and family don't believe that. She was in high spirits, her career was skyrocketing, and she was so excited and planning to see multiple people that week to talk about the future. There was no water glass or anything for her to take such pills in her room, and the coroner found no barbiturate residue in her stomach, which would have been there if she ingested them. Since then, it's come out that the detective that was first on the scene that night was adamant that she was likely injected with a lethal dose of barbiturates by someone who she trusted. Also, since then, the coroner who performed her autopsy said that he was forced to sign an autopsy report that he did not write up. Prior to her death, it was highly speculated that Marilyn was having an affair with married President JFK, and then afterwards his brother married Attorney General Robert Kennedy. Marilyn got attached to specifically Robert, and when he told her he won't leave his wife for her, she got messy. JFK saw this sensual version of Happy Birthday as Marilyn trying to blow the cover of the brothers' romances with her. He was very upset, and his wife was very upset, so both Robert and JFK cut her off completely. She was allegedly so sad that both brothers cut her off that she threatened to expose both affairs, so to protect the perfect Kennedy image, they had her killed. It was an organized setup, and they had her housekeeper Eunice inject her. Eunice literally fled the country after her death. Eunice said she found her at 12:30, but didn't call the police till 3 a.m. In that time, they were probably making it look like an overdose. I'm going to share the craziest piece of evidence, but before I do, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request which conspiracy theory you want to see next. Vanity Fair shared that Marilyn wrote in her diary that she was afraid certain members of the Kennedy family would kill her.
She was doing a lot, bro. That shit gets sticky.
Now ain't been a while, people don't give enough because they're scared of going to hell. And they're dealing with behavior. And the behavior has got them so severely locked into fear until it is retarded and impedes their progress to even get to a level of high spirituality. Because religion and these traditions have nothing to do with spirituality. I thought about connecting that spirituality is nothing but energy. And energy has nothing to do with moralism. Hello. Now, I want to say this concept right now. materialistic religion and say that we're going to heaven, then that means that in order to share in heaven, once you make it to heaven, you will no longer be a mortal. And if you're no longer a mortal, which means you will no longer have a physical body. That's what even the Christians say. Right. It's carnal flesh. And if you're not in a physical body and you're not a mortal, you have to be what? Spirit of what we call a God. God is spirit. Right? We're talking in results here. Now we're trying to get to heaven. Okay? We're trying to get to heaven. Now, if the end result to get to heaven, if we're not going to be human, why is not being human frowned upon? Let me go into this. The asinine lunacy that I am suggesting a person who's outside of respectable moral laws has something to do with being involved. If you suggest that I'm going to be like Jesus and I'm going to be the person that I'm going to follow, I'm going to be with you, I'm going to follow you, I'm going to try to be like I'm going to be crying about it. Well, he might be fitting a human. Because he's not human. I don't want to follow a human. I don't want to be restricted by the laws of the physical body. So in order not to be restricted by the laws of the physical body, that means that I cannot go on past the taboos and the laws. And say I'm supposed to be obedient as a human. If I'm trying to be a God.
Child, why is it every time I go to log on to Beyonce's internet, it is never nothing it's never nothing good to her. Y'all peep this shit. Happened in Toronto, Canada. But there was another damn plane crash that happened. I think like 18 were wounded, and three of them are in critical condition, in which one of them is a child. So we are going to be praying for those that are injured, and thank God nobody died. There was no fatality. By the grace of God, thank you, Jesus, that happened. But at the exact same time, this mother shit that's been happening with these goddamn airplanes has really made me rethink my idea about being outside this year. Like, I really thought about being outside this year. I've been inside, just working. I said, you know what, no, I'm going to be outside this year, right? Okay. Then I started seeing all of these plane crashes happening left and right. Y'all know that goddamn song, Natalie Nunn, that song by Natalie Nunn, bitch, we outside tonight, baddies. At the rate these planes are going and the issues that these airports, whatever you call them, are happening, it seems to me it's supposed to be like, bitch, I'm inside tonight. Hell no. Bitch, I'm inside tonight. Bitch, I'm inside tonight. Fuck that. Bitch, I'm inside tonight. That's that bullshit. Because I like, ain't no what? Ain't no my plans is just ruined this year. Like, gone.
Minnie, man. She wished me a happy birthday. I would, and I appreciate her. Legend. She said I'm a legend with this. I don't really look at it like that. I try to stay humble with it, but I appreciate the compliment. For real, for real. Classic work. Shout out to Canada, man. I didn't know y'all had one of them. I didn't know y'all had, I'm not gonna repeat the word for YouTube's guidelines. I didn't know y'all had that happen. So prayers. Glad nobody was hurt too bad. I know that shit hurt, but you know what I mean? Like no casualties. I think it's a fear thing. I think it's a fear tactic they're using to keep us grounded and not fleeing and leaving. That's what I think. Too many of the employees is trying to get up out of their outside of the company, and they don't like that. They're like, nah, y'all not gonna, nah, come on, bro. Nah, we gotta get y'all. Y'all either gonna work here forever, or y'all ain't never leaving. That's how I feel like they've been trying to do. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's a reach. This is YouTube. This for YouTube guidelines for entertainment purposes. Family, your thoughts and opinions. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. Even if you're watching on your TV, you haven't subbed up. I appreciate you as well. I hope you're having a smooth set. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Yeah.
Found a sucker leaking, man. It's a dummy going here today. Ain't no way.
Got 3 kids living with you. How's she eating a 2-year-old eating you out of house and home? So she gives me an ultimatum. Either you're going to give me full custody of her, or I'm going to give her back. But I came here and I said I'm ready.
You okay? I get it. Ready for what?
To take you to my dad.
You're ready?
King Connor Bobbins. Fly, 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 fly. Keep moving to the fucking TV. What, Lord? You ever singing, Mark? You ever singing, Morgan? You been ever singing, Mark? You ever singing, Mark? You came to sing me, Mark? Oh, Caroline, came to sing me too. I'm a Caroline, and one. Carries and one came to sing me. One is a jealous little shithead. Look, come on, bruh. You wildin', son. You wildin'. Down, bruh. You wildin' for the night. Move, nigga. Get up out of here, son. Sound like a pig. This nigga nosy, bruh. Can't nobody even talk to nobody.
I've been fighting for the last 2 hours.
You can't talk to nobody. I started talking to baby, talk to gigs. Here he comes.
Flavors and kind. See, I got you ketchup. I was like, what?
Use Kayak's Explore tool to see just how far your budget can take you. Reykjavik? Spectacular. Then do what people do. Forget about Reykjavik for a while. Terminator's Foods. Icelandic sheep's head jelly? Ugh. Oh yeah, Reykjavik. Back to Kayak for a great deal.
Your fraudulently claiming more income than you're receiving. The accountant is back.
He accused me of money laundering. I'll dislocate your shoulder. Off my people.
But this time, he brought his brother.
We do the talking. He said it hard and I done.
Do you like puzzles, Sister Wolf?
Are you ready?
Thank you.
The accountant too. Rated R.
They call it monkey, monkey, but the sinking ship.
What?
That is the best way to support us. Join us on Patreon. Get Rewind, Replay, and free. And no restriction on comments. Get the person down so we don't get to the trolls.
Yeah, I don't have. I don't have.
Best way to support us is pro medias. Hotels, car maintenance, cameras, all of it. A lot goes into doing what we do. Broadcast gear, cameras, connectivity. $10,000 is $3,000 is components. 1 year, $17,000 is maintenance. So you can support the monthly here because it's street rentals as well. And we've been great. That's how you do best to support us.
But he's like, back up, nigga. He want that shit. Please don't take your time. Take your time. Do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight.